Hey, what is up, everybody? Happy Friday! Yes, indeed, it is Friday. We've made it through another week. Hope everybody's had a good one. I feel like it's been a good full week of fun content across the community. And regardless of not doing a fully live Wiccan and Kicking It, I feel like it worked out pretty well. We managed to squeeze a an hour's worth of pre-recorded content into a live premiere video, and not everybody showed up, but a good amount of people, good amount of regulars still showed up. By the end, I was able to join in and chat, and me and my son were sitting here enjoying a pizza by the time we got towards the end of that video. And hey, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. Next week is going to be a full slated week. However, we're going to do two Wicking It and Kicking It's again because there is no vlog again. I thought about doing it the following week, but I'm going to be on the Punk Rock Vapor and Birdie show on September 5th, which means I would be doing three lives that week, and then Thursday and Friday back to back. And I think that might just be a little much. Sometimes four if I go on to AAFL. But enough of that housekeeping. Hope everybody out there is enjoying something tasty, of course. Um, I yeah, Facebook search JMW Premium so you can get in the know. Got to remember that one. Everything on this channel, of course, is brought to you by JMW Premium because it's what pays the bills. Start out with some clouds. The last time we saw each other, I opened a package from my good friend Furfer Strode, and we got another package to open from my other friend, from another friend, Nate. But in that Furfer Strode package, we had this guy, this beautiful 3D printed mech that he made me. And I'm gonna be honest, I just couldn't wait until Monday to get it set up. Once I realized that this purple Bonza Pro in this Aurora drip tip, this Half Moon Mounds Aurora drip tip, was going to be such a perfect match. I just couldn't help myself. I took the single hexome coil that was in one of the Bonza Pros, that was in the Bonza Pro deck out. I had a used Twisted Timmy's coil in the jar here, that I took out of something else and set aside to save. It's a 3.5 millimeter Ni90 Alien V1. So in a single coil, it comes in at a 0.15. Got that installed in there. Juiced her up with some Lady Liberty banana pudding with the chocolate chips, nice and crackly and rowdy. This mod hits like an absolute train. You guys might have noticed that this was sliding a lot more loosey goosey. I did do a little fix on that right here, and I'm gonna do one more layer. I just took some layers of tape, cut them down to size, and put a couple layers of tape on there to create more friction. I'm gonna do one more layer, but if I can do this, uh, you'll see, yeah, it causes more friction against the back of that, which helps hold that door in place. And that was literally all that it needed to help. One more layer, I think, would really, because my thumb, sometimes I'll still force it down a little bit. Although that is something nice to fidget with. I do like a little bit of fidget action on mods, but I I am so in love with this mech. I am so in love with it. It's special because it was a gift from a friend, made with his bare hands. Well, a 3D printer, of course, as well. But made with his bare hands after the parts were printed. And it's just gorgeous. It's so matchy matchy and perfect. I love it. And I use the use coil because there's a chance that I still might decide to install a fresh set of dual coil on Monday, but we'll see. If not, we'll at least rewick it. Mm. Um, of course, another thing that we've had in rotation, we did bust back out the Republic. Some more for Strode goodness. That freaking gorgeous orange tip. Asgard 30 millimeter. Got my Bogan battery wraps in there because it's got those orange X's on there to match. Uh, 10 core aliens from Handsmade coils in there. Let's give it a big old squonk. It's completely filled with my Crunchberry shake. 120 watts of deliciousness. And lastly, I had to switch tanks out. It was time to clean out the Diplomat, which meant it was time to put the Dwarf back in rotation. We got that. Actually, I don't know why, but doing this helps. Got that crackly as ever. Pendulum coils, cherry bomb on the inside, 36 watts. Oh my god, it's blueberry. Put your finger right there to stop the whistle. I don't know why sometimes it whistles, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. And for those of you who might not have caught the vlog last night, oh my god, it's blueberry. Went up for a liquid tasting, and Grim loved it. But enough of that. We're already 7 minutes in. I want to get this package opened. I don't want these videos to be too long. I already know one thing that is in here for sure. Shout out to Nate. He's an awesome guy. Somebody posted an entire lot of squonks on eSig Classifieds a couple weeks ago, and there was one in there that I really want. It was a very specific mod, squonk, mech squonk, that I wanted in my collection. There's several on my list that I would love to get in my collection. This was one of them. He told me that he would be happy to pick it up for me until I was able to, settle up with him later on. However, he, I guess he decided to send it anyway. It came with a blue Spectrum Reload S. I'm not the biggest fan of the Spectrum Reload S's, so I told him to keep it. But apparently, he put another surprise in here in its place. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I don't know how to open this. I have no clue how to open this. There is so much tape. There we go. I just needed to find a spot. So much duct tape. I wonder if these scissors will do the trick. There's so much duct tape on this. There we go. Just had to find the spot where it opened up in the middle. There we go. We're just gonna rip it open. Whoo wee. There we go. Definitely love a good packaging job. Oh, I did cover up the information. He said not to worry about it. Loads of bubble wrap. I love that. Oh, hold on. I like to save my bubble wrap. Right off the bat, I can see something. Wow. What? No way, dude! No way! What the heck? I was supposed to buy this off of him at when I got paid again. No, come on. Wow, dude. This is a hell of a surprise. Thank you so much. An Odin Mini DNA 75? Dude, you didn't have to do that. I was totally gonna freaking purchase this guy. Wow, an Odin Mini. I've wanted another DNA mod for the longest time. These Odin Minis, man, especially the DNA versions, they are not easy to come by. Um, I've definitely early on wanted, wasn't really sure if I was super into the Odins, but more recently, as I've been getting more and more into some RTAs, it came to my attention that it would be nice to have some smaller single 21700 or single 18650 regulated mods to run RTAs on. And as a matter of fact, here's a good example right here. Something like this guy right here. Here's the Eclipse, or also I just got that stock RTA. Here's a great example right here. Here's the Eclipse. It currently didn't have a home. I did recently, like I have 4 Vapresso gens that I usually rotate all my RTAs on. But currently, I've got some RTAs paired with 3 of them that I really didn't want to separate those pairs. And then my black one that I was using, I actually ended up letting my son's mother borrow it. And I'm not really expecting to get it back. But she was here a couple weeks ago and her mod died. And I didn't want to send her home without anything to vape. There you go, to vape on. There's that with the Eclipse. Dude, that brushed black is so sick. Also, it's just nice, right, to have uh, another DNA device in the rotation, in the collection, something that is a reliable chip that I can feel safe building on. I could use this to build on, not always having to unscrew everything and swap, decks onto the paranormal all the time. Oh wow. Okay, that's the bat. Okay, yeah. That could be cool too. Maybe find some different color battery wraps and match that with the drip tip. Like I have some blue battery wraps. Would look good with a blue drip tip on there, maybe. Red battery wraps with a red drip tip. Wow. Oh my gosh. That actually looks nice right there. But the stock will probably look even slicker on there. That is such a surprise. I opened that and I saw Vapors Cloud and I thought it was going to be an RDA. Holy crap, dude. Thank you so much. Wow. That wow. Yeah, we were talking last night in Hangs and he was saying if you think about it, you might be able to guess like what a surprise could be. And this is not what I had in mind. This is not. I thought maybe it was an RDA of some sort. Um, let's see. Wow. And more bubble wrap, more tape. Let's throw that back in here. And this is the guy that I knew was in here. Oh, it's got the packaging and everything. It's got the bag and everything. I don't know if anybody recognizes that logo, but I got this is called the Bolt Accent. You might barely be able to see the logo in those Cryonite panels. I'm not able to mess with the focus right now. Maybe I can. Hold on. Before recording this, I had to completely reinstall G-Hub. There we go. And oh, now it's focusing on its own. There we go. You see that bolt in there? Yeah. This is a bit more rare of a bolt, but man, to me, this one. This is one that I've always loved this style of this mod. And let's get it out. Man, I now am growing a collection of these Deshi pouches and different pouches now. I've never had any before, and now I've got this one that's got that mod that Grim gave me in there. I've got a mission one. I've got an FDH one. I used to have a freaking all day burrows one, but I lost it. Here we go. Here's the reveal. Here's the reveal. Boom. Let's frickin' go. This one has the Bolt logo all over the panel and engraved all into the mod. Of course, I don't think this is 3D printed. I'm pretty sure that that's fully machine Delrin. They did make 3D printed bolts. They did some alumide. I can't remember exactly how to say it. Versions and some 3D printed versions. But this is the style of Squonker that I love the most. One of the reasons why I like my DMD mods so much, they're fully machine Delrin. Most of my mech squonks are either fully machine Delrin, stabwood, or I have a few that are aluminum. I do have like a couple BMM mods. Those are the highest end of a 3D print that you can get. But yeah, I love these old style, old school mech squonk boxes, fully machined and engraved. Um, oh wow, I didn't realize that was the 510 that was in this one. I thought that all bolts had reset V3s in them. This is not the case. Let's see if we can focus a little bit better here. There we go. I don't particularly know what that 510 is. It looks like it's the 510. Let's see. Is it the same 510 that's in this guy? Yeah, it's the same 510 that's in my 2017 Eternity, which actually is a fantastic 510. A lot of times you'll see people, they will upgrade mech squonkers to a reset 510 if they don't have one, because they're bottom adjustable, they're fully silver, they require the least amount of cleaning and maintenance long term, and they hit really hard. However, the one in that Eternity hits perfectly fine. Obviously, they are silver, so there's no need to have to swap this out. Maybe someday, if I'm ever feeling froggy, I might upgrade a couple of my mods. But this would to a reset. This would be one of the last ones on the list. Um, we might need to do something to adjust that throw. Hold on. But that's an easy fix. All you have to do is bend your contact. So yeah, obviously, like most mech squonk boxes, you've got your silver internals, your silver your silver contact here and fire bar. This is, I would call it top adjustable, but this one's kind of different. You have to loosen this, then adjust from the top, and then tighten it again. So it's kind of both bottom and top adjustable. Wow. Thank you so much, Nate. Like you went above and beyond. Of course, it's always nice that it has a bottle in there. We'll probably clean that one out I like. I might just throw a octagon, an octagon X-Star bottle in there because I got some brand new ones, and we'll have to see how this one cleans up because you never know. I'm not going to open it right now. You never know if like that bottle has like any liquid flavoring like lingering in it. But man, let's see if we can get a more up close look around it. Oh man, I love that. The bolts engraved all the way around it. Is this gonna? Let's see if we can focus even better. There we go. Absolutely gorgeous. And if you keep your eye out, sometimes people post extra panel sets for sale. I believe all the bolts in this size, all the panels are what's the word I'm looking for? All compatible. They're all compatible with each other. So say somebody was selling a clear panel, maybe I would pick up a clear panel. You could switch up the look. They have all different design ones, or a black panel, or a one with yellow bolts on it. You know what I mean? Um, let's see. I don't have anything like currently built um and set up right now that we could run on this. Maybe we could put this guy on here just for now, just to see how she hits. I don't know if that's making connection or not. Let's put the autofocus back on. And it actually doesn't look so bad. Um, obviously, it's not matchy-matchy. I don't have anything set up right now or wicked. Of course, on Monday, we'll have to find an atomizer to pair with this guy. Um, I don't have anything at the moment. Here's something that I thought of that would look great on here. The original Wasp Nano. A blue Wasp Nano would look sick on here. I know I could probably find blue cap for the Vena eventually. I know Concio Mods used to sell them, but he sold out of blue ones. I know he does have blue caps for the Citadel. Let me find a battery real quick. We'll just use this yellow battery. Let's see if it's making connection. I don't even know if there's any liquid squonked into this. Let's see if it's making connection. Nope, it's not. We're not going to be able to fire this right now because I would actually, maybe we can. Hold on. Let's get a screwdriver out. Here's what you got to do. You have to loosen this up. I believe, if I remember correctly, loosen that up and then raise. That's not the right size screwdriver. I believe that's what, or does it just go up on its own? Oh yeah, I think you can just, yeah, you can just spin it up on its own. Okay. I'm pretty sure there is a way to like loosen it. It's been a while since I had to adjust the one on my other mod. Hold on. No, it just spins on its own. All right, so it is technically it's bottom adjustable. That's gonna fire, at least for now. Let's see. Now let's put this squonk bottle in there. That's gonna give it its tension. Obviously, this isn't the best matchy setup. Tune in Monday for wicking it and kicking it. There we go. Obviously, I could adjust that back down. You see there's a gap, but we just want to see how this fires. Hey, actually, with that yellow battery shining through, that doesn't look too bad. Let's come up top. Let's give it a rip. I'll drip some liquid into it. We're just gonna see how good it hits. And we're at 25 minutes, so we gotta finish this up. I usually don't try to make these not super long. Perfect. NI90 firecracker on the inside of that Vena. Yeah, we're gonna have to build something that's a little more matchy. Maybe, actually, let's do this before we get out of here. Because this, just for shits and giggles, we'll get out of here. We'll do this. If I can get this out of here. Boom. Boom. Oh, yeah. Okay. That works. Just for the sake of the matchiness, there we go. Boom. Blue. Ha ha. We could literally put any RDA on this. Black, clear, frosted. That drip tip set, actually, I think drip tip and beauty ring set. I always wondered why the beauty rings, because this is a matching set. Why don't they look like they match, but they are a matching set? But yeah, that looks pretty good. We can find something to pair up with that beauty ring and drip tip set. But yeah, that's gonna do it, guys. Um, we'll get on out of here with some clouds, of course, in a second. Be sure to join the JMW Premium Discord if you're not a member there already. We hang out in the voice chat, some like a couple nights a week. Sometimes after like the Wicking It and Kicking It, people will go and hang out there, especially the Thursday ones. We're doing which are rare, but we are doing 2 Wicking It and Kicking It's next week. Take a look into the JMW Premium group, or if you're a member already of either that or the Discord, there's a post for the JMW Raffle Rumble. I'm not going to get into the specifics of that right now. We'll talk more about that again on Monday. If that's something you're interested in, get in on that. That's one that you definitely got some prizes that are worth playing for. And tomorrow I may or may not be on AAFL. It kind of depends on what my son feels like doing. But I hope everybody has a great weekend. Nate, thank you again so much. Dude, you freaking wow, dude. You guys really make a guy feel loved. I really appreciate you. I love you all. Thank you all for the love and the support. I will see you guys on Monday. Hope everybody has a freaking awesome weekend. Cheers.